Good morning. As you can see, I've got some visitors with me this morning. But today is Mormon Chapter 2, verses 1 through 15. And this section of the Book of Mormon just really brings me down. Just every single verse talks about how wicked the people are and how the Spirit of the Lord is removed, and just it's just so, like, there's nothing uplifting about it whatsoever, which is the purpose, saying if you don't follow righteousness, if you don't keep the commandments, the Spirit of the Lord will be removed from you, and this will be your life. So in verse 13, it says that the Lord would not always suffer them to take happiness in sin. And when reading that last night, that was something that caught my eye a little bit. And so here it gives a little bit of it in the supplemental. So it says this principle is one of the enduring themes of the Book of Mormon, a kind of governing leitmotif of truth and wisdom. Alma reminded his wayward son Corianton of this very thing, saying, "Wickedness never was happiness." From his position atop the wall of Zarahemla, Samuel the Lamanite warned the people, "Ye have sought for happiness in doing iniquity, which thing is contrary to the nature of that righteousness which is in our great and eternal head." Mormon, familiar with these words, discerns the condition of his people to be a direct result of their ignoring the same plain truth that happiness cannot derive from sin. Therefore, the people are in the last stages of extinction, a fateful consequence of their own willful actions contrary to the doctrine of Christ. And what's also interesting in these verses is that war comes again. And no way, Jose. Nope. War comes again, and they appoint Mormon the head of their entire army. He's 16 at the time, which I'm not. He's 16 years old. And, you know, it says, I was young, but I was also large in stature. I don't think that's why they appointed him. It's because, one, everybody else was a coward, and two, because they saw I would say the light of Christ in him, even though they didn't want that. They're like, okay, this is a really good man. This is a strong and sober man. That's not a toy. Put that back. Let's put him in charge of our army. That's not a toy. None of my stuff is a toy. You know that. Okay. And then it talks about how the day of grace has passed with them. So this expression has ominous implications for those to whom it is applied. Nephi had taught to his people the now familiar phrase, "For we know that it is by grace that we are saved after all that we can do." What, baby? Yeah, you can play with that. What have the Nephites of Mormon's day done to merit the infinite grace of the Lord of mercy? Nothing. Therefore, divine grace is withdrawn, and without grace there is no prospect of receiving the blessings of eternal life. In Mormon's words, later cited by his son Moroni, we learn, "For no man can be saved according to the words of Christ, save they shall have faith in his name. Wherefore, if these things have ceased, then has faith ceased also. And all awful is the state of man, for they are as though there had been no redemption made." Such is the state of the affairs of the Nephites around AD 345, on the eve of their total annihilation. Yeah, that's not a toy.
What is Christmas?
Yes. So that's basically all I have. I'm a little distracted, but like I said at the beginning, there's nothing uplifting about any of this. It's just a steep downward, off my bed, off, just a steep downward decline, and it doesn't get better. Even though we're going to switch over to ether, it's a rise and a fall as well, and it's a very steep one. So the next couple of, well, the rest of the study, it's just decline, all of it. And the lesson is, if you follow in their footsteps, you will follow in their footsteps. Hey, not a toy. Hey, I gotta go. Stay righteous, and you won't be utterly annihilated. That is the takeaway from the last chapters of the Book of Mormon. It's just going to get sadder from here. I know it is. Because I've read it before. I know this. But I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. But anyways, okay. Talk to you later. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
You say goodbye?
Goodbye.